Hello again, everyone. I am so very sorry for not posting for a while, especially this last video of my 2024 Manila Travel series. Life just always gets in the way, but in a good way. I couldn't end this series without paying respects to two important people who passed on within the 8 years I didn't visit the Philippines. Here's my grandmother. She's buried here with my grandfather. One of the main reasons I would visit Manila was to see her. I remember her laughter, her love, and yes, her stern discipline. She was an inspiring woman, and I wouldn't be who I am without her. Next was my cousin Amir, who left us far too soon. He was strong, a free spirit, and I was blessed to know he left us full of the love of family. After the cemetery, we met at this restaurant called Myons in Quezon City. They serve creative but familiar and traditional dishes, and we were definitely excited to not only try the delicious food, but to also enjoy it with one another. I believe we honor those who have moved on by enjoying and appreciating each other's company. And what better way to do that than sharing a great meal together? The following day, my cousin Lloyd and I headed over to the Conrad Hotel next to the Mall of Asia. We were looking to get a little freshened up, and so we booked an appointment at the Bello Medical Group. I tell ya, the staff and the facility were top-notch, and I was geeking out a little bit because I was imagining the TV and movie stars who had actually laid on that bed to get something fabulous done. After the pampering by Bello, we were starved, so thank goodness for the delicious food at the XO46 Heritage Bistro, also in the Conrad. You know what I find just ridiculous is that in my early years living in the Philippines and the few times that I visited since moving here to the States is that I have never been to Intramuros and Fort Santiago in any meaningful way. And by that I mean really spending time to learn about the history of the area and to admire the landscape and the architecture that date back to hundreds of years ago. I read somewhere that this area started rehabilitation and renovation work just a few years ago, and because of it, tourists and locals alike have been visiting to really rediscover the history and the charm of this age-old fortress. We were on a guided tour, which was very helpful because our guide was so incredibly knowledgeable about the details of each particular space or object. And I love seeing the Manila Cathedral, where the late Pope Francis held Mass nearly 10 years ago. dinner was a buffet and show at Barbara's Heritage Restaurant. And let me tell you, if you want a Spanish Filipino culinary experience, definitely come here. The decor reminded me of what you would see in old movies that depicted colonial life in Manila, and the food spread of traditional lumpia, pinakbet, pancit, and many more was delicious. Watching the dances, the hota, the singkil, and I even got to dance the dinikling were so entertaining. It took me back to the Filipino cultural shows we called Barrio Fiesta that I used to be a part of when I was in college. Barbaros is certainly on the list again the next time I'm in Manila. On our way to Tagaytay to have a late lunch at Leslie's and to visit a very popular Starbucks location. Yes, Starbucks. It's actually called Starbucks Reserve Hiraya, with unreal see it for your own eyes to believe it views of Taal Lake, at least according to social media and my cousin Loida, so definitely had to check it out. I think the last time I was in Tagaytay was in 2009. I don't think we went to Leslie's at that time, and I certainly don't think that this Starbucks Hiraya was there back then. Here we are at the much anticipated Starbucks Reserve Hiraya. The inside of the coffee shop was very open, and I would say the layout and decor were elevated than a usual Starbucks coffee shop. Lots of drinkware here, which I was sure to snatch a few to buy as souvenirs. And good golly, look at this outside dining space and the view. I would say I agree with all the fanfare. We had similar views at Leslie's, but I think the way this outdoor area was laid out, how there were multiple levels down, like the rice terraces, but for sipping coffee and not picking rice, made me feel like I was going further and closer to that magnificent lake. For a little while there, I forgot that I was on the rim of a very active, highly monitored mouth of a fire-breathing, ash-spewing, lava-spitting volcano. We were here during the week in the middle of the afternoon, so it wasn't super busy that day, but I heard that the line outside could go on and on during weekends and holidays. So, to accommodate its popularity, the store had some rules. For example, you can't just go into the store and sit down. You have to buy something, so the line outside goes directly into the ordering line. And once you're seated, there's a 2-hour limit, which I'm not sure exactly if they really enforce that, but they do if you park there because it's 300 pesos for each hour over the 2 hours. And don't lose the parking ticket you got. They said that if you lose it, that it would cost you 1,000 pesos. Although I've read in some reviews that your receipt can actually substitute if you do lose it. In any case, just make sure you do some research before you head in to get the current policies so you're not surprised. That wraps up my 2024 Manila Travel Diary, everyone. After 8 years, a lot has changed, but yet so much was still the same. The Philippines continue to be such a welcoming place, and while I am so grateful for the life my parents built for me here in the States, and that I continue to build onto with my own family, the Philippines was what shaped my childhood and the foundation of who I am today. Thank you to my family who welcomed my dad and I back with such happiness, and to new friends I've met. I will see you again soon. And for those of you who don't know me but liked what I shared in this series, I hope you found comfort and enjoyment as much as I did. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and see you soon.